reading from the letter of Paul to the Romans. Brothers and sisters, to him who can strengthen you, according to my gospel and the proclamation of Jesus Christ, according to the revelation of the mystery kept secret for long ages, but now manifested through the prophetic writings, and, according to the command of the eternal God, made known to all nations to bring about the obedience of faith. To the only wise God, through Jesus Christ, be glory forever and ever. Amen. The Word of the Lord.
Our second reading for this Sunday comes from the letter of Paul to the Romans. It is actually a hymn of praise that St. Paul is writing, inviting, as it were, the Romans to join him in praising and glorifying God, the God who is wise. We have been talking about the grandeur of God's design or plan for us. And here, St. Paul points to one part of that grand plan of God for salvation. And he locates it at the wisdom, or in the wisdom of God. God is truly wise. And the unfolding of God's saving action in Jesus Christ is really the unfolding of God's wisdom. The wisdom that is beyond human knowledge and the human capacity to fully grasp. But this is precisely why it is called divine wisdom. Now, this wisdom, this loving plan of God to save humanity is really grand. It has been hidden in the divine will in ages past. But now, this plan is revealed in and through Jesus Christ. In Jesus, we find the glory of God fully present. The plan of God is not a plan that can be seen on paper. It is not a plan that includes what we are so used to now, organizational charts with so many boxes and lines of networking, etc. They're all good. But the plan of God is about a person, Jesus Christ, who is the good news. He is the gospel because He is the fulfillment of God's plan. If salvation in Jesus were not grand enough, St. Paul reminds the Romans that this plan of God is really for the Jews made more grand by the fact that it has been opened to the Gentiles. So it is not offered only to a limited group of people. It is now available to all. So the scope is really greater, and it will encompass even history itself. So we see the grandeur of God's plan, the plan that was already intimated to David in the first reading and now affirmed by St. Paul, making it personal. The wisdom of God is in Jesus. He is wisdom. He is the plan of God. But St. Paul adds another dimension. This plan requires from us belief and obedience. Yes, the Lord may offer a plan as His gift to us, but the human counterpart is equally important. Will we accept the plan in faith and in obedience? Faith, recognizing in Jesus the wisdom of God, recognizing in Jesus the fulfillment of God's plan, in Jesus who was lowly, who was born as a carpenter's son, the son of a lowly woman, Mary. Will we believe that in this person coming from Nazareth, the grand plan of God will happen? belief, faith, accepting the wisdom of God that appears to the world as foolishness. But accepting in faith is not enough. Obedience, submitting myself to this wisdom and making myself available to the fulfillment of God's plan. So, dear brothers and sisters, on this fourth Sunday of Advent, we are reminded by the readings to consider, to contemplate, to behold God's beautiful plan for us, humanity, for the rest of the world in Jesus Christ, and to find in Him the wisdom of God. But we have a responsibility. Will we believe in Him? Will we obey God in the plan that is unfolding? God's gift is awaiting our acceptance.